Good morning, America and the rest of the world. That includes Canada. Yes, yes. Someone told me, "Hey, Dr. Cherry, wow, you know, we listen to you from all over the place. So not good to say just good morning, America. So, hey, good morning, America. Good morning, the world. Good morning, Canada. And good morning, France. And good morning, China. And good morning, Japan. And good morning, Australia. And whatever." I apologize. All right. So, a lot of you, sad enough, did not listen to the show that I had with George Nari a couple nights ago. And during that show, I've explained the power of the superconscious and how, either consciously or subconsciously, you may tap on the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness and bypass the filter that allows a mother, for example, a 150-pound little woman, to lift a car with one hand to help a toddler who just ran under it. So you probably have heard of those stories, or why you see 1111. We have approached so many topics with George. There is no way that I can do a 2-hour show right here, right now. So I have a plan for you, for those of you who have missed the show. Okay, or missed the boat in that case. So let me tell you just something that I told him that grasped his attention and the audience attention. I told him that when I was a kid, I had these recurrent dreams, and it was terrifying, and not only terrifying, but very, very, very painful. And it lasted for years. And I found the answers later on when I grew up and learned about his story. So this is how it goes. I am laying down on a table. It's most of all, it's a rock. And to me, it's a table. I'm laying on that cold rock. I'm looking around me and I see my entire family in that cave. It's a cave. They're all dressed in white and orange, long robes, and they're all crying. And I can see behind me uh, the mountains and the snow on top of the mountains. And I can see also the eagles, these eagles. I can hear them. And then I have a smile on my face, like, don't worry, everything will be just fine. And all of a sudden, that's where it happened. 3 Chinese soldiers come in, and with their sword, they kill me, and I can't feel. No, it's scary. That sword going through me 2 or 3 times. And in fact, I have that phobia. Anywhere I go, if I see a knife facing me, I have cold sweat. It's buried in my subconscious. And you have to remember, when you're a child, the filter between the current world, this dense physical world where you just reincarnated, and the other past life, that filter is very small, practically not existing. So it's easy for a child to recall his past life. So later on, as I grew up and kind of learn a few things, I learned that the Chinese, in fact, invaded Tibet, and they didn't have any problem to kill all the lamas, all the top spiritual monks, and I was one of those, obviously. So all that I know today is the result of uh, this incredible past life. And I have a lot of others, that's for sure, where I was dedicating the divine, the spirit, the subconscious. I was in my own, in that cave. I was into the spirit. I was into the superconscious in time and space all day long, so to speak. So I was able to access information that not many other human beings were able to do. And you carry with you the dramatic memories of all your past life, all the good memories and the gifts through your UCI, which is your unique celestial identity, or your spiritual DNA. As you know, we all related to our family genetically only 100%. We even look like mom and dad, brothers and sisters, but up here we are totally strangers to each other. We do not have the same stars. We will never behave, feel, create, or have the same fate than any of our closest family members. So in fact, they are our strangers, biggest strangers, people. So in reference to the newsletter that I just wrote. It's called SOS to the World Deadly Window 10/21/19. I was about to give those date like I always do to George, but for some reason we got caught into doing mini readings, and time went 2 hours goes really fast. So I couldn't give him those dates. So I'm giving it to you right now. Draco's warning, you have been warned. Okay, so I just want to prove to you again one more time that I'm not making it up. You know, Draco is real. In fact, when you click on the link, which is always leading you to the newsletter associated with that YouTube video, you're going to see a series of orbs. Many of you have already saw them, but many of you did not. There is actually 6 pictures, but I got only 4. I carry that with me when I do my conference in my booth. So you can see how Draco came to me. You can see that orb, and it's impossible, regardless how gifted you are in technology, to duplicate those orbs. Now you can see them from far away, getting closer, 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 and then getting toward my third eye, and then exiting my heart. That is a message of Draco when he entered my life in June during a solar eclipse 2012. When everybody was saying it's the end of the world, I was saying, no, it's a rebirth of the world at the psychical level, so to speak. So please pay attention. And as you all know, you would never see me on the YouTube, on the Google, which deleted a lot of my articles. You won't see me on Facebook anymore. You won't see me on LinkedIn. You won't see me on Wikipedia. You know, the forces, the negative reptilian forces have infected the mind of a lot of people who cannot relate to me and hate me, who think I'm an egocentric, who I make things up. So when I give you on a radio show a specific date of October 7, and I say to you, be ready for natural disaster, the next thing you know, there is an incredible typhoon that destroyed Japan or hurt Japan. And I give the date on the radio on that very, very YouTube channel and in my newsletter. I mean, how can you doubt Draco? And I had so much fear when I was on that ship, and I said, oh my gosh, how am I going to do? And he guided me to do things, to choose a few people. There was a lot of people in that room, but I had to pick a few. That's the way he told me to do it. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how I did it, and I will do it again. Hopefully it will work again when you're going to see Draco manifesting through me on that table. And then believe me, you're going to see a lot of people going, wow, these, wow. And then, man, don't upload me, upload Draco. I just proved to you the reality of extraterrestrials working through me. So I know it's practically unbelievable. It's impossible. It's mind-boggling for people to actually realize, well, I'm touched by and delegating with an extraterrestrial. But if you pay attention, okay, and if you listen to my words, they are wise. Not me. Me, I'm just a human being. I'm like you. I'm not different. But when I tune in, that's a different me. It's that entity. Remember, extraterrestrials are from a very different vibrational system, Draco told me. And they cannot give me a toy or a tool because this does not agree with antimatter. Okay, and that's one of the reasons, of course, why Travis Walton was shocked. It was electrocuted, and I will explain that in time. In fact, I've been invited to talk about it to one of these supporting groups in Arizona. So we're dedicating with that. But what I'm trying to tell you, ETs don't speak human languages. They use telepathy. Telepathy, which means they talk to you through their mind, put it this way. And when those 3 men in black, when I got lost with my sister in the south of France, talked to me, it was mental. They gave me a headache that I would never wish to my worst enemy. And they told me, you're going to be friends with cards. So Draco using regular cards to talk to me, to prove to you is real. It is coming back many, many years ago when those 3 men told me, when this guy told me, one of the 3 men in black told me, you're going to be friends with cards. And I have always wondered, what the hell does he mean? The only card I play is the tarot. Well, first time I touched cards was normal cards like you. I didn't know. And it's pretty mind-boggling. So now, I want to share with you what was discussed on George Norrie Coast to Coast show, because a lot of people cannot necessarily afford the subscriptions, or maybe they were sleeping. You know, those shows happen late at night, and you have to be a subscriber, which I understand. You know, it's a business. Everything is a business. There is nobody to judge. We're all here to make money, and we are using our gift. We are using our education. We are using what we know best to make a living. There's nobody to judge when you ask to be paid. A doctor will spend all his life to study in order to fix you. A metaphysical doctor like me went through hell, literally through hell, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Jesus, you know, the headaches that I had following that meeting was crucifying. There's no word to describe the pain that I went through. What the hell were doing with my head? Well, long story. You know, I had 5 UFOs experience altogether that led me to rebuild Nostradamus astrology. So all I'm trying to do is to help you to realize that you cannot judge people because they are using their gift or their education to make a living. That's my gift. Okay, this is what it is. It's the legacy of all my past lives, like you. The only difference is that I am highly spiritual, so I was able to auto-analyze myself, delegate with all these many experiences, and come up to the understanding of why I embark the theory and why I do what I do. But at the same time, I'm not selfish. I share it because I'm very, 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 very passionate about helping people the best way I can. So what I'm going to do, once you read the newsletter, you're going to have my email. So if you have any questions, anything about ETs, Draconis, Reptilius, or the group of extraterrestrial that you have heard, read, or watched somewhere, or somebody mentioned the name, omens, dream interpretation, and maybe a little mini reading. If I see in your case that you need to be helped and regenerate spiritually before getting infested by the reptilians, I will give you a few words. So email me your questions. I will pick the one that will be the best. Okay, I'm expecting quite a lot of emails, so I will pick up the one that will be significant enough for everybody, and then I will and I will protect, of course, I will not mention anything about your name, your date of birth, or your telephone number, or your email address. I will respect your privacy, but I will just use your first name and I will answer your question. That is one of the best ways for me to be able to pass on all the information that I gave on George Norrie show, then I gave in my many UFOs conference that I did in the past, and those that I will do in the future. So the idea, of course, is to realize I'm here to help you. I remember again this beautiful guy who called George, born in September, with the tail of the dragon in his mind. You know, that really rang a very, very special bell in my mind, because I've lost somebody who had exactly the same stars, and I don't want Bill to harm himself. I just want to tell Bill that it is something that he needs to understand. When you get to understand that you have the tail of the dragon in the mind, it's impossible for anyone else who has different stars to understand Bill, the trauma, the drama, the pain, the suffering, the constant battle to stay with us taking place every single day. And there's millions of people who have the same dragon affecting their mind, and the result is an endless chain of suicide that can never ever be stopped unless traditional psychologists and psychiatrists start to delegate into the superconscious in time and space in a different way than what the accepted discipline in education and accredited schools dictates. You know, there's a big difference between education and intelligence, or a gift for that matter, in my case. So I want Bill to understand that I know how you feel, my friend. Luckily for me, I was born with the head of the dragon in the mind. So I'm a leader of the mind. I'm here to breach whatever has been accepted as reality, and breach anything that is codified, and rewrite the books. That's why God made me ADHD, so that I couldn't sit my nervous, superactive little butt and listen to the teacher, regurgitating books. I was born to rewrite the rules, to rewrite the books, to rewrite the laws. especially the laws involving the divine. So this is why, again, one of my top psychiatric students said to me, doctors, I learned more in your crash course in Sedona 1 week than the 7 years that I spent in an accredited medical school. When you get endorsement like this, words like this from psychiatrists, that are still looking to what it means to be human and come to knock at my door. It makes me feel good, okay? And that's all there is. It's not pride, it's happiness to be able to help somebody. And I want to help you. I know, being born on, you're not going to go to hell. This is it. And I know what the hell you're going to go through every single day just to make a living. Okay. On top of that, you have so many abusive metrics like NASA that want to send people on Mars, or billionaires that are trying to send the first woman on the space station. I mean, look at the progress that we've made. We have been able to go over 200 miles above the Earth, and we have spent trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Yeah, NASA. You're being used, you're being abused because you have to maintain those fleas who don't want to have a job like you. They are too smart, or they are the children of those who build those nukes that were infected by the reptilians. Okay, they don't want to work. They are too smart. Oh no, we have both of you. We want to make a little robot, then we're going to go to Mars. Come on. You will never, ever go to Mars. You're not supposed to go to Mars. You might as well ask a fish, put him in a scaphandra and ask her to live with us. What type of life is that? Now you have those 20, 25-year-old suicidal little idiots, innocent. Let's use the word innocent. I don't want to be too honest, okay? That are so gullible, they take it. You're being manipulated on a constant daily basis by those big corporations that wants to make you believe anything. All they want is this, peseta, the head of evil. Wake up, my friends. I'm real, I'm honest, I'm concerned, and I want to help you. I'm giving you that opportunity, and I hope you'll take it, because in the process, your questions will help other people who have the same questions. There's billions and trillions of us in this world. And all we've been fed with is by the infected reptilious religious matrix. No, God never came down, wrote no books, but he made the stars. So understand your relationship with the divine. Understand your relationship with God, cosmic design is a must. So this way you can regenerate. Okay, I understand. You have to teach children geology, history, art, language, the art, whatever you have to teach those kids so that they can end up with a beautiful career and being safe and happy ever after. But ask this question: who is there to teach them who they are, where they came from, where they're going, and the part they play in the magnificent design created by God himself? Who is there to teach those kids the reality of the divine? Well, don't expect the U.S. Department of Education to get me or my student to educate your kids, or yourself for that matter. We're not allowed, because we are cuckoo. We are ridicule idiots, uneducated. So we don't believe in science. That's not true. I am a scientist. All that I do is using a software that I upgraded and designed, okay? The type of software that Nostradamus used before the Gregorian calendar was used. Julius Caesar didn't want his politician to be in power for long, so he messed up the calendar. But Nostradamus didn't have a watch 500 years ago or a computer. He used the Julian calendar, so I had to modify my software so I can redo like he did and emphasize and concentrate on the dragon, head and tail, needle and hidden, which has more power in itself than the entire complexity of your chart. All I'm trying to tell you, my friends, those children don't have that regeneration principle. So where are they going to go and look for the truth? The Mormons? Scientology? Witness of Jehovah? Christianity? Well, you have 875 different denominations now. They're all created by the reptilians to create chaos. Well, if that doesn't work, well, now you have those who were born with a very rational UCI, very earthy, rational, down-to-earth, practical UCI, and those believe that science is God. These are the ones who are atheists and agnostic and educated idiots who cannot enter the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness because they are forbidden by the divine itself or by God himself to delegate this high vibrational system. So they cannot delegate the intuitional domain of my work, and they think I'm a cuckoo. Now, who is a cuckoo? You know what? I've proven to you over and over again, giving you exact dates on radio, on television, in my books, on this YouTube channel of natural disaster. What else can I do? I don't know, but Draco is telling me to do this now. So enjoy this SOS to the world, okay? The date is for the 21st. You're going to see what the beginning or the end of important phases of life means. Now, as the newsletter mentioned, auto-analyze yourself. You know, thousands of people may be forced to relocate, run away from something or somebody because of political decision, because of earthquakes, a tsunami, a volcano eruption. It will happen. Draco never lied to me. I have proven to you. If you're new in my work, you have the right to be skeptical and the right to be silent also and start to challenge me after the facts. No, now. After. Check. Be intelligent, be curious, and be patient. Wait for me to post the result of my vision, Draco's vision, working through me. Okay? Then we can talk. All I'm trying to tell you, auto-analyze yourself, because it's not only affecting the world, it's affecting you and your friends. So pay attention, listen to what they said. Oh, I have to move. Oh, I'm buying a new car. Oh gosh, I have to do this. I have to sign a contract. Oh, I'm divorcing. Just pay attention. I'm emphasizing the negative. Because, you know, if I tell you you're going to go through a ladder tomorrow and the brick is going to get to here, chances are you're going to hear me, because people tend to respond to negativity more than positivity. But positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, God, devil, two eyes, two arms, two sides of the brain. Remember that duality. You're a walking battery, okay? Do not unplug yourself from the life force, number one, the sun or the Drakanis, which are guiding you to create, to love, to expand, to be smart, to be respectful, to be honorable. Do not unplug yourself. Do not let the reptilians, who can only survive with your fear, with negativity, with chaos, with misinformation, with abuse, with greed, with porn, with gluttony, God knows what, with power itself. Do not let the reptilians override your psyche. You have a choice. Half of you is negative, half of you is positive. Oh, reptilian brain, whatever they call that. You have your will. You can use and apply your will only if you be conscious and understand what I'm talking about. Understand. Go under your stars with me right here on this physical world, so you can stand above and understand the part, the vital part you have to play during the course of this reincarnation on this dense physical world. All right, my good friends. I feel better. You obviously noticed that, yeah? Well, I was under the weather pretty bad. You know, you got to be careful what you wish for. Believe me, that cruise was phenomenal. I had all the food in the world. I was so happy. I was talking, I was working. I spent a lot of energy, but I was getting the energy with all this extra food. But I made a mistake. Couple of days before exiting our ship, I looked myself in the mirror after I took my shower and said, oh my God, what happened to my cat? What happened to me? I'm so fat. But my wife's going to say, oh my gosh, she's going to force me to run on this machine in our exercise room, or she's going to feed me with salad until I drop dead. So I've signed the thought, I got to lose weight. I got to lose weight. Believe me. After eating like a pig the last few days, I was going to go home and keep eating like a pig. And I made a wish. I said, I have to lose weight. I have to lose weight. In 3 hours on my way, happy back in Phoenix, in the middle of the desert, I started to feel like shit. Excuse my French. Oh, what happened to me? And then I started, okay, logic says I caught a virus on the ship. No, because I was totally, completely fine. And for 3 hours, I was on top of the world until it hit me like a brick. You know, I mean, literally like a brick. My subconscious didn't want me to eat. And then up to today, I've been eating soup, liquid, sneezing, coughing, spitting, and all that good stuff. You know that. And it's gone. All right. So usually it takes a week or two to come back from an infection or a virus or a cold. Well, 3-4 days, I'm gone because I realized what I did, and I'm using a positive thought and my universal blood transfusion, of course, to get myself out of trouble. All right, guys, one more time, I can only thank you for listening to that video. Click on the link, read what's in that newsletter, and email me all your questions, and we'll make another interesting video to help you to upgrade your cosmic consciousness. God bless, love you guys. Goodbye, America, and the rest of the world.